Every trader claims that they have the perfect strategy, but the question remains, when we use it ourselves, does it actually work? Well, today I'm going to be putting the daily and the 5 minute candle trading strategy to the test, and let's uncover the truth. Will it make us profits, or is it just another trading myth to be busted? Let's find out. So in front of us, what we have on the left hand side is the daily chart. On the right hand side, we got the 5 minute chart. This strategy requires you to mark out the previous day high and low. So let's do that. Previous day high and previous day low. And what you want to do is name them so you know which is which. And then you will see that automatically on the right hand side it prints the same thing but on the 5 minute chart. And if you are not aware of the split screen on TradingView, just come over to this tab over here and then you will have multiple options. So let's get back to testing it. The key to this trading strategy, according to its rule, is the 5 minute needs to break above the previous day high, candle close, and then it needs to retrace with a candle close, and then you enter that trade. So let's look at an example. This is of course a cherry-picked example just to show you, and later what we are going to do is we will select a random date and then we will put the strategy to the test. So there you go. Many of us that have other things in our lives going on, you could potentially put a alarm on this trend line here, or ray, whatever you want to call it, and then from that you can be notified whether the 5 minute has crossed or not and closed above. You can do all those things as well. So let's move on to the next candle. There you go. Now that we've got a candle closed below, you can see price broke out, closed, and it came back in. We are going to be taking that entry, and we are aiming for a 3-to-1 risk to reward. Where does the stop loss go? It goes above this candle, current candle, and we aim for a 3-to-1. So something like this. This is where if you risk 100, 1,000, you are aiming for 300 or 3,000. So let's see what happens. You can see we had very little drawdown and price hit TP. Okay, so hopefully you got the gist of it from one example. Let's move over to the next day. One of the rules for this is that you only need to take one trade per day, and if you have a loss from that trade where it hits a stop loss, you don't try to re-enter, you wait for the next day. Okay, let's move on. I'm going to wait for the new day to appear. You can see price is going up and down. Let's wait for the new day candle to open, and that is usually about now, which is here. And if you come back to the left hand side, which is where the daily candle is, each candle represents 24 hours. Let's move this over here, and now we have marked out the previous day high and low, and all we are very simply waiting for is price to take either the high and low. But because price is down here, there is a likely chance that we will go down to this level. Let's see what happens. Okay, so price has dropped below. This is during the Asian session. Let's see if price recaptures that level, and you can see that we almost, there you go. Okay, price has of course closed above the previous day low, so this is where the manipulation happened, and price has now started to recapture that level. So what we do is we are going to be aiming to end market execution there, stop loss below that candle here, and then we're going to aim for a 3-to-1. Okay, Let's see what happens. Okay, we had a bit of drawdown and we've hit TP. So these examples were cherry picked just to show you the ideal scenario for this particular strategy. Daily high, daily low, wait for the 5 minute to break below with a candle close, and then you wait for a reversal candle close back into the previous day high or low that it's been taken. In this case it's the low, and you do a market execution with a stop loss below that candle with a risk reward of 3 to 1. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come over to this replay timing, and we're going to select a random bar. What that means is I have no control over where this is going to land. So let's do one more time and another time, 3 times. So I don't know where this is going to be. Right now it has brought me over to June 2019, and we are about there. One of the biggest phenomena I've noticed on YouTube when it comes to traders sharing their strategy is they will share the best of their strategy. However, when it comes to us going away and trying to test this strategy, it rarely works. So my purpose for this video is setting a real expectation as to how profitable it is, how many times you can get stopped out, and can it actually make us consistently profitable over the long run. Let's find out. Let's do some trades together and find out. So again, same thing, we are going to mark out the daily high and low. So at the moment the time here is New York session, which is previous day high and low is here, previous day high and low is there, and you can see that we have already moves already of course happened. So let's wait for the new daily high and low to print, and we will take it from there. So let's see. Okay, so the new daily high and low has printed. You can see this is previous day high and this is a previous day low, and all I'm going to do is wait for price to break above it and then close back down, and then I'm going to use the replay trading mode where I'm going to execute a trade, and let's see what happens. So can it give us or not? Okay, we've broken above, there you have it, price has broken above, and now can price break back down again? So criteria hasn't been met yet. We wait, we wait, we wait. Okay, the criteria has been met. So what I'm going to do is do a market execution, and let's see what happens. Is this trade going to be a losing trade or not? So stop loss of this candle here, over here, and TP is going to be a 3 to 1. So I'm going to change the size to reflect 1,000. So let's see what happens. Keep doing it till it hits 1,000. Okay, so this is now $1,000 with a potential $3,000 gain. Let's see what happens. Either we get stopped out and we move on to the next trade, or we gain something. Okay, so currently up 100. Okay, we're up 1,500, 2,500, and price is reversing. Does it stop us out at this moment in time? Yes, it stopped us out. It is what it is. We are up 2,500 and now we hit stop loss. Move on to the following day and let's see what happens. So we wait for the next day. Now some of us are probably thinking, well, you could have moved your trading position to break even and secure something. That is something that you could potentially add from a risk management perspective, but I am just literally wanting to show you raw entering a trade, aim for 3 to 1 or get stopped out. Let's move on to the next day. I'm still waiting. Okay, once we pass 10 it's going to be the next day. Okay, we are in the next day. So come back over here, and there you have it. Okay. Again, same principle, wait for the daily high or daily low to be taken. In this case, most likely daily high may be taken. Let's see what happens. Okay, daily high has been taken. We're just waiting for the close below. Let's see what happens. Okay, the close is below, and that's quite a strong close below. So again, if you was to do it like this is what we are aiming for, something like that. But because I've got a replay trading account which is for testing, remember this is not exactly back testing. We are not just cherry picking which one worked or not. We are using the price the trading strategy, and we are forward testing. That's the difference between back testing and forward testing. Okay, so we are actually forward testing this. Let's go for a sell. Market execution, we will put stop loss above the candle there, and then we are going to go for a 3-2-1, which is something around the line of here, but we're going to be adding some more positions just to make sure it gets to 1,000. Yeah, it's about 1120, can't get it exact, and let's aim for a 3-2-1. So let's see what happens. Either we're going to get stopped out or we are in profit. So at the moment you can see very clearly that price did drop down. We are up 1700, and there's a high probability that the price may reverse on us or it may carry on down. In this case, let's just carry on going and see what happens. Okay, price is coming up and it stopped us out again. So we are currently down just above 2k. We are now not going to be revenge trading. We are not going to be thinking, okay, is there another trade to take? We are going to be waiting for the next daily candle and see what happens. So again, let's wait for the daily candle to happen. And almost there. There you go. Let's move this out to here, to there, and let's wait for the next candle daily to open. There you go. So the new daily candle has opened here, and all we're going to do is wait for the high and low to be taken. Let's see what happens. We are in the Asian session, and we are moving along nicely. So far none of the highs or lows has been taken, and we are in the next day session. So move over to the candle of the following day, which we didn't take a trade on that day. Now we're on the new daily candle. Let's see if the high and low is taken. Okay, it's taking that. Okay, you can see this is invalid. We cannot enter yet. We need to wait for the candle close to happen below and then reverse. Okay, so that didn't happen. Price is now trying to head towards that high. Still nothing. Okay, now what's happened? Price is moving sideways, and we've got another daily candle, which is this one here. Now let's see if any of those be taken. So we've had 2 days of trading where we had no trading at all, which is expected. Okay, so finally we have broke above this, closed above. Now can we close back down for us to take a trade? Okay, we're in the London session. Okay, have we closed below? Okay, yes, we have closed below here. That could have been a trade to execute, but because I moved the candle replay button too quickly, it didn't happen. So I will wait for a close under. Okay, no, it's not closing. Hasn't closed yet. Okay, it's closed now. Oh no, it's reversed. Now it's closed. Okay, so let's take the trade. Stop loss above the candle high, and let's make the stop loss so that it gives us about near enough 1,000, and we're aiming for a 3-to-1 reward risk, but roughly about there. Let's see what happens. Either we get stopped out again or not. You can see very clearly we are in profit at the moment. We are up. Come on, give us those gains. We're already down 2k. If this hits TP, we have recovered everything. Okay, yes, we have recovered everything, guys. Yeah, so now we are up $1,040 altogether. So you can clearly see that we've had losing trades, and then we were being very patient to actually recover it. So based on this so far, our expectations should be that just because you've seen some videos, especially my first two examples showing it's profitable, in reality you may well have a few losing trades before you become profitable. So in this case we had two losing trades, and then we had one winning trade which recovered everything. So let's move on to the following day and see if we can do another trade. Okay, we are going to wait till it hits the new day. Yep, okay, so almost there on the new day. Let's take the high and low. Wait for the new day to open. Okay, so the new trading day has opened. We are now going to wait till the high and low to be taken. Let's see what happens. So criteria has been met. We have closed below it, but now we are waiting for the candle to reverse above. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it hasn't quite closed below, you can see here. So let's wait. There you go. That is the power of waiting. We want to see a close above. You can see we had a wick rejection. We're not taking that. Waiting for it to be a close above. And we have got it there. Okay. Now what we do, again, we do a market buy because we are wanting to go in the opposite direction. Do a stop loss below the candle there. And we are going to try and get it to $1,000, which is about roughly there. There you go, you got it. And we're gonna aim for a 3-to-1, which is about there. Let's see. So currently up 300, 800, 900, 1900. Okay, so we are currently up 1300. We got to 1900. Can it do it, guys? Again, we are not going to be moving stop loss to break even. That is something that can be added if you want to do that, but I am just following the rules as is. Let's see what happens. 600. It's coming back to entries. Okay, it's almost at entry point. Is it gonna give us or not? Okay, back to 1,000. Now we're in drawdown. 400. Looks like we're gonna get stopped out. 800. Yep, we got stopped out there. That's fine. Because we were up at the point, we're just above break even. On to the next trade. Let's see what happens. But you can see very clearly we were up 1900 at that point. If you want to add your trade at break even once you pass a 2-to-1 risk reward, by all means, that's up to you whether you want to do that. And it might be something I might consider, but for the purpose of this video, I am just going to be following it mechanically. If you find this video interesting so far, do drop a like button, and if you're not already subscribed and you want to see more videos like this, then make sure you subscribe and put the bell notification on. So let's move on. Let's see, I'm not going to take another trade on this. I'm going to wait for the following day. Let's go for the following day. Let's see what happens. Move on to the following day candle, which is not yet. Okay, we have had a strong drop. There you go, we've got the next day candle. So move over to this and over here, and we get something like that. So what we want to see again, price to drop and close below here, and then recapture it. Let's see what happens. Okay, alright, so during the Asian session we did drop below, but we didn't close, so that's a no entry for me. Okay, so we've actually had a drop and then a close above, and then a drop down right here. Now if I was on this candle, I most likely would have entered that trade there with a stop loss below, but because I skipped it too quickly, let's wait for the next candle. Okay, that most likely would have been a stop out. Okay, let's wait and see what happened. Okay, we're trying to capture that high. Okay, so we captured the high. Let's see what happens. Is this going to be a win or a loss? Stop loss below the candle. And let's make sure we get this stop loss to 1k, because that's how much we want to risk. Okay. Yeah, near enough, close enough. Let's go 3 to 1. Let's see what happens, guys. Either we get stopped out or we make a profit. So far we are up 800. Okay, 980, back down to 140. You can see that we got stopped out again. Okay, so minus 1000. We move on to the next day. Let's move on to the next day and see what happens. You have to make sure it's mechanical. You do not want to be revenge trading. You just think of it like, I've taken my one trade for the day, didn't work out, I'm moving on to I'm going to be waiting for the next day. So let's see. Okay, we are now on almost the next day. Is it? There you go, that's the next day. So that's the previous day candle. Wait for the higher low to be taken. Let's see what happens. Okay, all right, so price had of course closed below and we needed to close back in again. Not quite, not quite, not quite. Okay, close back in now. Now let's see if we can enter here. The candle is very small, but again, stop loss will be just below that. So let's take it and see what happens. Just below that. Bye bye. Okay, I need to get to 1,000, so I'm just gonna move it down a bit. But that's exactly 1,000. And then the TP, we're gonna put 3k. Let's see, can we make this loss back and go into profit? We shall find out. Okay, we're up 720, 400. Wow, do we hit the 2k? Are we coming back down again? Let's see. Come on, give us that recovery mode. Yes, we have now recovered the account. The account now is up just under 2k. So you can clearly see that you will have some losing days. The key important thing is sticking to the rule. If you have a loss, shut down your computer and wait for the next day entry. And so far you can see that we were profitable, then we went to the loss, and then we recovered that and more, then we had another loss, and now we are profitable because we are aiming for a 3 to 1 reward to risk, and this is very mechanical. So this strategy I'm using on the Euro USD so far. Can we do one more trade and see if we can get a positive on the next trade and see what happens? So again, next day we're gonna wait and trade. Nothing as of yet. Okay, so the new day is almost opening up. Okay, it has opened up now. Okay, there you have it. So we wait for the day low or the high to be taken, and let's see what happens. During the Asian session, London session, nothing. Price moving sideways. Okay, now we're on the next day. So that particular day here, there was no trades. And the capital's still safe. So move on to the next tray. Okay, there you have it. So price has broken below, closed, and came back up. We will just take the trade. Stop loss below the candle. Let's make sure we get it to 1,000 risk. Which if I press it again, it might be a bit too much. So I'm just going to move the stop loss below that candle and aim for a 3 to 1 again. There you have it. Let's see what happens. We are instantly in drawdown, and judging by the candle, we're going to get stopped out. That's fine. We're still up 990. We again move on to the next day. See what happens. Aim for the next day. Okay, we're on the next day. There you have it. So again, very mechanical. We do the same thing. The same rules apply. Okay, drop below. This here does not meet the criteria. We have to have the candle close. Okay, so nothing for that day. Move on. Now we take the current candle daily and then make sure the previous day high and low are marked. Okay, so far nothing. Candle closed, nothing. Candle closed, yes. So what you can see straight away, we have had a candle close, and now if we get a candle close in the opposite direction, we will take that trade. There you have it. We have had a candle close on the opposite direction. We just take the trade. We're not too bothered about the wick rejections at the moment. We're not overcomplicating it. Just take the trade. Let's see. Underneath, make sure we get it to 1,000. And make sure it's like this. Let's see what happens. Instantly stopped out. Cool. So the gains that we made on that trade, we gave it back based on 2 losses in a row. Hopefully the following day will be more profitable. Let's see what happens. We carry on. And let's see what happens the following day. Okay, there you have it. So we're here. Alrighty. Can we get a profitable day or not? There you have it. So price has closed above. Can price see a rejection or not? Let's see what happens. Not yet. Nothing. Okay, we have got a strong push down. Nope, just been taken. There you go. We need the candle close. Still nothing. Candle close. Still nothing. Candle close. Yes, so we got the candle close. Sell. Stop loss above that candle. Make sure we get it to, it's a bit too much of a risk. Well, should have been 1,000, but I have to mess around with this to get it to exact, but we'll leave it at that anyway. And let's aim for, what is it, 36, is it? Yep, go take 36. Whether it gets there or not, let's see what happens. 630, we're up. Okay, we're up 1,200. 900. 600. 1300. What time is it now? We are at 1:20. Still got the rest of the day to go, and we got stopped out. So this is most likely a huge news announcement. It is what it is. No problem. We head to the next following day. Let's see what happens. We carry on. Okay, so you can see very clearly here that high and low's been there. Now we wait for the high and low to be taken there. So far what we're noticing is the system itself seems to be giving us a halfway towards the profit area until price reverses on us at times. So that could potentially be dealt with break-even trades. So let's see. Okay, price has now closed below. There you have it, stop loss there. And let's get it to let's get it to 1,000. There you have it. Yep. And then TP, say roughly 3 to 1. So see what happens. 700, 800, 770 profit, 280 profit, 140, 630 profit, 1960 profit, 245 profit, and we have hit TP. Interesting strategy, I have to say. But will it pass you a prop firm challenge? That will be the question to ask ourselves, because any prop firm out there, they have minimum criteria profit that you need to hit for either a one-step evaluation or a two-step evaluation. With FTMO, it's for one step you need to make, I believe 10%. So if you have a 200k account that you are demo trading, you need to make 20,000 from that. But so far with this strategy, what we have been seeing is that we do get into profit and it does recover, but so far it's been give or take 3k. I haven't seen the price go above 3k. Maybe I need to do a bit more back testing, more back test to foretest, and see where things go. So for the purpose of the video, let's do one more trade and see if we can break our record, because so far it hasn't gone above 3k, has it? So the following day, let's take a look what's going on. Okay. We have got the following day, not quite yet. We need to wait. There you go, following days, yeah. So now let's just wait and see if price comes down below, and then we push up higher. The price decided to go high. There you go. Okay, we are now interested because the 5-minute has had a close below the previous day low, and then we want price to come back above and close above. This is an interesting one because it's pretty much on the dot there. I'm going to take that trade for stop loss. It's such a small candle. I can put it there, but let's put it just below there and up our risk. That should be really 1,000, but I don't want to change it again because it's going to mess it up. And let's just aim for 36. Now there is a reason why I decided to put it just under here, because we have something called a fair value gap here, and price seems to, in my experience, it draws itself towards it. So I don't want to place it there for price to draw and then take us out. And at least if it's here, it's got some breather room. And at the end of the day, if you get stopped out, it is what it is, and we just carry on. But this system, this strategy, does go to show that in terms of loss and gain, it does go into loss, but it recovers you quite quickly. Let's see what happens. Okay, we are in profit. There you have it. So do you see straight away, price came back to the FEG. Is it going to go lower and take us out? We'll find out. Okay, price has decided to take us out. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Now price seemed to have gone up after taking us out there. And just for the sake of it, let's see, did price continue to go higher? Yeah, it did. It would have hit a TP. So if we had placed our stop loss just below that, just there, so it would have looked something like this. I'm not going to place the trade, but on an FEG, I've always found in my experience price does magnetize towards there. Placed it below that candle and then aimed for a 3 to 1. I just want to see whether it would have reached it. I'm not going to place the trade. Well, I'm not going to place it. I'm just going to see if it goes towards it. And you can see it did go towards it. So point to note with this system, this strategy is if you do see an FEG, a 5-minute one, it's best to place a stop loss below the candle of that FEG. So in this case, you can see that we placed it below there. Okay, let's do one more and try and finish off this video with a profitable trade. We are still up. Of course, we are still up. You can see. Can we bag ourselves or not? We wait for the high and low to be taken. Okay. Price did close below, came back up. Let's just take it, guys. Let's just take the trade. It should have been here, but it's because I've skipped it by a little bit. And we will do 1000 there and a TP of 3k. See. Okay, we are instantly in profit and about to get stopped out, I think. What do you guys think? We're gonna get stopped out? It does look like we're about to get stopped out. Yep, we got stopped out. That's cool. So it looks like we're gonna have to go to another trade, and I'm gonna try and see if I can finish off this video on the positive, if it allows us to do it. See what happens. So far mentally you're probably thinking to yourself, well, this is kind of like a bit of a roller coaster. We're going up, we're going down, we're going to profit. But with this strategy, so far it's shown me that if I have 3k in profit sitting there, it's best to bank it so far, because I haven't been able to take my profit above 3k. So that's something to probably note. Let's do that, and let's place it and just wait. Let's see. Okay, there you have it. Okay, so in reality I should have entered the trade. I've moved the replay button too quickly. I should have entered here. Can I get a pullback? But you know what, let's just take the trade. Place my stop loss below here. Buy. Stop. That's TP. Stop loss below here. And make sure TP should have been, I'll put 3600 because we're risking 1200. Let's see what happens. Okay, there you have it. So we had another loss. So far we need to move on. Move on again. Let's see if the following day has arrived. Okay. Let's move on and wait for the lower high to be taken. I just literally missed it. Literally just missed it. I'm going to, instead of messing around with that, let's just put our TP in. So it would have been a 3 to 1, something like this, and a 3 to 1. So that would have definitely hit our target in one swoop, and that would have made the balance back up to where it was. But because I forwarded it too quickly, eager beaver here, we missed out that trade. So let's try to see if we can make it back onto another trade. Probably thinking, why don't I just return it back? Because what happens when I return it back, it deletes all of these factors, and then we will have a look at all these to see what happens after that. A new day, come on. There your new days, yeah. So had we taken that trade previously, it would have put us into profit. But let's just consider it as we were too busy, couldn't get to the charts, and we missed that trade for the day. That's how we're taking it. Okay, broke above. Come on, give us that close below. Have we got it? Yes, we've got it. Okay, close below, sell, stop loss above the candle, sell, sell. Yep, TP. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Okay, see what happens. Stop out again. Now we're down 2.67k at the moment. On to the next day. To the next day. Okay, next day has arrived. Do the high and low again. Let's see what happens. Okay, does it take that high? Yes, it does. So it did take that high, closed above, and then we broke back below. Okay. Now that is a huge stop loss. It is what it is. A 3 to 1 would mean that we would be down somewhere down there. Okay, let's take the trade. Stop loss above the candle high. TP. Somewhere here. Okay. Can it do it or not? Yes. Just it's not 1,000, but I don't want to fiddle around with it, so I just left it like this. But usually it would be 1,000 risk. Okay, we are instantly in profit. Come on, give us the trade. Give us the gain. Let's finish off this video on a positive. It's gonna give us, okay, we are back up to break even. Is it gonna give us it? Or is it gonna stop us out before it takes us down? If we have a situation where this continues to go throughout the whole day, then we would have no choice but to close it, the session. Okay, we are going low. Get the drum rolls out. Come on, get the drum rolls out. Is it gonna hit it? And we hit it. So, in conclusion right now, I haven't been able to get this past 3k profit. Of course, had I taken the trade that I missed earlier, that might have actually I think, yeah, that would have taken us above 3k. Probably would have been just under 5k, but we obviously missed that. Let's consider that as we're driving or we're doing something and we couldn't take that trade. That's fair enough. But let's say if it's just 3k, it does seem to be profitable overall. You do go into a bit of a drawdown, but it does get you into profitability, and that is down to because of the 3 to 1 reward to risk ratio. So I tested this on Euro USD, and go out there and see if it works for yourself on Platinum, Nasdaq, Gold, GBP, GU, and even Bitcoin. See if it works, and then come back to the video and then drop a comment section. Drop to the comment section. Drop me a comment whether you found this to be profitable yourself. If I was to personally be trading this on Euro USD, as soon as my account is 3k and it's a funded account, I'll just pull it out, because so far I have seen that price hasn't profitability hasn't really crossed above 3k, but it's still profitable. But whether it would go above that, that's another question to be asked. So I will continue to do some more backtesting. A feature that could be put onto this strategy is once you get to say a 2-to-1 reward to risk, which is here. As soon as you reach here, you could set it to break even and then let the trade play out. That could be a way to minimize losses. And you can see here you almost got stopped out there if you had done that, and then the trade did play out in the end, and maybe even takes out the lows or not. Let's see what happens if it takes out the lows. Yep, even takes out the lows, so that could have increased your reward to risk a bit more. So overall, would I be using this trading strategy? I think it's worth a shot, definitely. But from the back test, we've already seen now that you do have a few losing trades before you get a good winning trade, and then you have few losing trades, then get good winning trade, which balance it out. And so far we found that hits about 3k 5k in terms of profit. Whether I would use that for a real funded account, I don't see why not. Would it pass a funded account challenge? Probably not, or maybe I need to test this on a different pair. So I'll probably get onto that then. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. It was a bit longer than expected, but it's part of the back testing. And if you're not already subscribed, then make sure you subscribe. And if you liked the video and find it useful, drop us a thumbs up. It will really help me out. See you soon, Rockstars. Take care.